Two. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Challenger League season something round 5. We are here in Inje, which is the first track from Bituko to ever get in. So it's quite a historic moment for the league. And we are here for the sprint, one lap quali shootout in the rain. It's a very difficult and narrow track to get right in the rain. So we can see a very wide spread of drivers on the way to the hardest part of the track, this chicane. No comment for now. This other chicane is also quite difficult, but now the last sector, the drivers are going to be finishing their laps very soon. Let's see who can take pole for the sprint, and it's going to be Glow with a 34.50. Quite a nice lap for a one-lap shootout, I'd say. Followed by Nikhil very closely, only 300s behind. Then a smaller gap, the gamer Kado in the second row, and P5 already half a second behind. Yeah, that's just what usually happens in a one lap quali. The field is quite spread out. P10 is 1 second behind almost. So Cole and X is P5, P6. Jeru and Majumdar P7, P8. Fifth row is Piggy and Albono. Piggy just won the JL title, I think, a few minutes ago with an amazing pole time as well. But it didn't come in the rain now in CL. And then Tomatoes and Loxian, sixth row, Kozil, Mika, Ricky, Jurist and Zura. To round off the grid, we have 17 drivers today, which is quite nice for CL standards. Okay, give me a second. Got to pull up the standings. Wow. All right. And we are here on the grid for the sprint race. Glow and Nikhil in the front row. And it slides out, away we go. Bit laggy from Glow there. But interesting. Still a good getaway. Kept the lead. Nikhil in P2. Followed by the gamer. Kado, not a lot of big accidents so far, as we are heading into the chicanes for the first time. And just a bit of weird moves. Piggy pushed off a bit, and Glow with a getaway. I think he was a bit laggy, but if he can get away, even if he has a bit of lag, it should be fine. But then 3 wide into turn 1 for P2. The gamer, Nikhil and Kado. Be careful of Nikhil, he has high ping, so it can be dangerous to go 3 wide, especially with him. Cola with a great move there up into P3 now. The gamer with a mistake, and Cola goes through. Kado goes through into P2 and 3. The gamer is 4th now, but Cola makes a mistake. Kado tries to overtake, and it's chaos 3 wide once again. The gamer around the outside now. Kado hits a bit of grass, and Cola pushes him a bit off. But Glow is already away by 3 seconds at the end of lap 2. That's how useful getting away is, especially look at this fight for P2. It's quite genuinely insane, as Cola takes it back again, but the gamer tried to go for a move. Now Kado is there, and it looks like we have so many people in the fight. Piggy shafted brutally into the chicane. Piggy went from fighting for P2 to fighting for wherever he is now, and still we are getting 3 wides, 2 wides every single lap. Cola, Kado and the gamer just can't help themselves. They are really aggressively fighting. Oh, and Nikhil goes deep into the grass. I'm not sure how much was it because of the others or how much was it because of a mistake, but 3 people seem to have broken away from the others in the fight for P2. Cola, Kado and the gamer. Now the gamer is into the grass. I don't think there was any space there. Kado around the outside of Cola, there wasn't any space there either, so the gamer is back, and Cola is keeping P2 quite stably, I must say, and heading into lap 5, Glow is doing a great job maintaining the lead. then Cola, the Gamer, Kado, and Mika actually up into 5th, with quite a good rain runner, I'd say, and Nikhil and Piggy sort of recovered there. Cola might be looking at a getaway there. Oh, he makes a mistake. Can Kado get back into the slip there? Not yet, but he's really close, and Mika is going to get a move down on the Gamer maybe into turn 3. Around the outside, very well driven. Oh, a bit of lag rocket, and Mika loses like 3 places. Quite unfortunate. He is back in P6 now, fighting with Piggy and Eloxian. Oh, and just noticed Jeru was parked behind one of the walls. Very, very kind of him to park behind the wall. Not sure what happened there. Might have missed it. As Glow is leading by 4 seconds now. A bit of TPs, but you can afford to TP when you're leading by 3-4 seconds. Cola in second, away by a second as well, so could be a very good chance to get on the podium. Then the Gamer and Nikhil, they've lost Kado, who is down in 6th with Mika and Piggy. Maybe he made a mistake. Oh, Nikhil with a big mistake. And now it's a 4-way fight for P4 now, as Cola and the Gamer left them. And a lot more people, Kozil, Ricky and Deloxian, free wide into turn 2, turn 3. They make it through. Oh no, they don't. Yeah, shame. Ricky went deep into the grass. Albono overtakes both him and Deloxian, and Kozil into the grass there. I shouldn't have joined the game. Alright. Ooh, Piggy killed once again. What? Lap 8? Yeah. Sorry, no. Where was I? Cola in second. Kado caught back up to the Gamer, fighting for P3. Very hard fight there. Nikhil behind in P5, trying to catch back up and maybe get a podium. We will barely have any distance left of this race. We are going to be approaching the last 2 laps very soon as Cola makes a mistake. The Gamer is now quite close to them. Him, probably. And another mistake, I think the Gamer, Kado and Cola are back together for the last 2 laps to fight it out for P2 again, as Glow has a 6-second lead in the sprint. Very good wet pace, very good TPs, I must say, and just, yeah, amazing start there. He is absolutely headed for the win now, as Cola, the Gamer and Kado look to fight it out for the remaining spots on the podium, possibly with Nikhil behind them, but the Gamers seem to have also lost Cola for a bit there, but it should still be an interesting fight into the last lap. Kado overtakes the Gamer and they get back into the slip of Cola. It's the last lap. Cola lets them both pass, or probably didn't let them, but messes up the apex a bit. Kado goes through, the Gamer almost went through, and now it's Kado there, but Cola tries a very weird move into the chicane, a full speed chicane. I don't think it was the wisest choice, but that just looks to seal the deal for Kado, as we see Glow rounding the last 2 corners, and he is going to win the sprint race with some TPs, but very solid performance on pace. And Kado gets second, Cola beats the Gamer for the podium, Nikhil 5th, Mika to Mika, what? Yeah, he's 6th. Loxian, Ricky, Piggy and Kozil are your top 10. But a huge fight for P7, as you can see, all of them within 2 seconds. And behind them, Albono, Axis, Uris, Tomatoes, Zura, and Jerry and Majumdar, who didn't finish the race for some reason. I'm not sure what happened there. Okay, yeah, like out of the video, or like cut it out, but what even happened to Jerry? Like, I don't think I noticed it. Jerry and Majumdar, what happened to them? Oh, that's a shame. Jerry looks like he's angry at Ricky. Interesting. One of the specs, but they can't leave. One of them records, one of them streams. What laps is it? $29. Quality. Okay, looks good. Ready up flex. Didn't Glow leave because he was lagging or something? I don't think he's coming back. Should be good to go. And we are back for the quali for the main race. It will be a 3-lap quali on the dries, something that the drivers have prepared way more for than the 1-lap wet quali. So we will see some properly good times here, possibly from Piggy, who had an insane lap in JL just an hour ago. 33.03. I think that would be a pole in this league as well, and probably a very respectable time in UL. But we shall see, because he's not the only person who's fast. I've seen many others in this grid capable of good times, and it will be very interesting to see, as the quali is very important on this track. It's a very narrow track, hard to overtake, chaotic, and so messing up the quali could just ruin your whole race altogether. First lap, we see Axis with a beautiful lap time of only 3s at 33.33, and Kado, the gamer, and Piggy follow with decent lap times, all under 33.5. But I think we can still see some improvement. I think we can get into the .1s, the .2s. I am fairly certain that these drivers have it in them. The question is that can they drive it in 3 laps? Can they achieve it in these laps that we see them around the next lap? And Axis and Kado both get a .22. That's way better now. It's a tight pole at the moment. The gamer, Toaster also improving. Now we have 6 people under 33.5 seconds, and it's the last lap of quali now. I think we can still see some improvement on the times, but they are looking quite solid now. So last sector for everybody now, the last 2 corners coming up, and let's see on the finish straight, can anything change on the last lap? Doesn't really look like it, no. It's actually going to stay like it. Axis and Kado are your tied pole sitters for the Korean Grand Prix with a 33.22. It might be 2 tenths lower than the JL pole, but that one was an insane one, to be fair. Nikhil, Tomatoes, Piggy within 200s, P3, 4, and 5. Then the Gamer with the 38 in 6th. Toaster and Majumdar in the 4th row. Still very good times. Ricky and Cola. P10 with the 33.52. And below them, Kozil, Mika, Jeru only in 15th. No, sorry, 13th. We see the title leader. Might not be after this one. Wait, let me check. Then Albono, Eloxian, Urist, and Zura only 8.5 tenths behind the leader. yeah, Jeru is your championship leader at the moment, but with a 13th place quali, it might not stay like that, let's say 30 minutes later, 30 minutes from now. This will be an interesting race, that's for sure. Yes, Flix, I'm wasting your time on purpose, because I don't get to practice right now, so you shouldn't get to practice either. Ready up, y'all. And here we are on the grid for the feature race. Kedo won the tiebreak for pole. He will be starting first. Axis in second. Looks to be picking the hards. The only person not to be on the softs. It's an interesting gamble. Let's see if it can work out. On lap 1, heading towards the first braking zone. Nikhil seems to have taken P2 quite well. Kedo with some lags there, but has a very good start to his race. Axis absolutely murdered in the crowd. Starting on the hards is a big gamble, obviously, especially when everybody around you on the softs. And now he's sadly down to 10th. Kedo with seemingly a getaway. Behind him, Nikhil and Piggy. And I don't really see anywhere our top 2 in the title. The Gamer is 9th, Jerry is 10th, and they are your championship 1 and 2 right now. So this could open the door for example, Nikhil in 3rd or Albono in 4th. With a good performance to maybe take the lead of the title as we are heading through the chicane on lap 2. It's fairly tame right now. Oh, Kedo with another lag. If URA decides to disqualify him for lag, then it would be sad because he's at a very good start for now. And yeah, the podium right now is Kedo, Piggy and Nikhil, followed by Toaster, Tomatoes, the Gamer, and yes, I've got the order that one more TP could be worth a DNF for Kedo, which would be a massive shame, and he just made a mistake. Piggy has caught up to him, could be a fight for the lead already, and Piggy is trying to go down the outside into the last corner, but oh, he gets shafted by TP, and sadly, that is it for Kedo for today. We hope that he swiftly makes his way onto one of the runoffs, which he is not doing right now. But yeah, big shame. Piggy lost a lot of time there. He's down to 5th. And I do hope he is at least going to pull into the pits right now. But that doesn't change the fact that Nikhil is leading. Yeah, excuse me. And Nikhil, Piggy, Toaster and the Gamer are your top 4 now. The Gamer made a good recovery here. It's quite a shame that Kedo did not believe he should DNF just because Flick said it. Interesting move, that's for sure. And now it's looking very good for Nikhil. He is completely alone. 6 tenths gap, maybe even 7, and people behind him are fighting, so with good pace this could be looking very good for maybe a potential title fight coming into the mid-season break. But the Gamer did make his way back up into P2 and Jeru did make his way back up into P10, so Nikhil does need to focus now to maybe fight for the win again, and he has made a mistake. The Gamer has caught up and brought the pack with him. It is now 4 people fighting for the win, and behind them a 4-second gap, so I'd be extremely surprised if the winner wasn't from this group of 4 here. And yes, behind them another pack of 4, Ricky, Tomatoes, Cola and Mojo. Oh, well, Cola is out of that pack. Yeah, a lot of weird stuff happening lower down the field. Ricky is now 5th, I guess. Jerry is 9th, and Mika closes the top 10. As the Gamer and Piggy picked on lap 7 a potential undercut. The Gamer on for the mediums, Piggy on for the hards, but in a bit of traffic for Piggy behind Mika, and Piggy does then they go deep into the grass, loses a lot of places. I don't think that's quite safe. Gets pushed off again. Piggy loses a lot of time on this undercut. It's going terribly, his outlap. Stuck behind 3 people on a wasted softs right now, and just can't make his way past them. This could be seriously ruining his chances for a win now. Still stuck behind Kozil and P10. Now they pit pretty much most of the grid pits now, and the Gamer leads by 1.5 seconds. That was a 1 lap undercut. Insane. The efficiency of that undercut simply it was amazing. And the top 3 now on the mediums, Piggy on the hards, and Piggy seems to have lost out on this seriously. He is about 3 seconds behind the Gamer. They pitted at the same time, so we'll see how the JL champion can bounce back from it. And Albono on the softs on my screen, it's quite surprising. He is pitting lap 9. Lap 9 does not seem optimal for the softs, but we will have to let him cook, as many say. And we also will have to let the Gamer cook with the pace. He has taken the fastest lap, probably in the last stint, but he seems to be quite consistent right now. Seems to be breaking away from Nikhil despite having worse tires. So that undercut might just be worth a win for the Gamer, as Nikhil was 4 tenths slower last lap on 1 lap better tires. That just isn't good enough pace for the win right now. He needs to try faster if he wants to catch the Gamer, but runs into all the grass on every apex in the chicane section. So let's compare the lap times again, shall we? The Gamer is leading by almost 2.5 seconds now. He drives at 33.4 again, quite a good lap for the mediums. And once again, Nikhil lost half a second that lap, so the Gamer is just driving amazing pace right now, just quite unbeatable on the CL level at the moment. We will have to see if perhaps anybody can challenge him, but right now it just doesn't feel like it, as Toaster is following Nikhil quite evenly on pace, and Piggy is a bit behind them on the hards with that just really backfired. He was like badly behind the Gamer when they pitted, got shafted into traffic, pushed off a few times. It's now 5 seconds behind the Gamer, so he could still fight for a podium though, and could be interesting because now everybody in the top 5 is separated, and everybody has to rely on their own pace, so it's completely a pace battle now, one could say. Pretty much nobody in the top 6 in a slip. The first fight I see is this interesting 6-way fight for P6, led by Cola, and Jerry is at the end of it. The title leader is having a terrible race right now, not even in the top 10, which is not something you would expect from him. A very experienced driver, Jaruni, but this track seems to have gotten the better of him right now. Please mute yourself. Thanks. And yes, this is pretty much the only fight we can watch right now, unless... Oh, Mika was killed there. Mika was murdered in cold blood. Holy. And he also took 3 other people with him, so Cola and Tomatoes can break away now. They could break away for P6 and P7, and yeah, I think their race about ends there, because they are 4 or 5 seconds behind Ricky and P5, so probably best if they focus on keeping their places. And checking back on the top 4, the Gamer leads by a massive gap, still half a second faster than Nikhil this last lap. Nickel was a bit faster than Piggy, who overtook Toast for P3 because I'd say Piggy's hards are starting to pay off now a bit, now that the mediums are more worn, and Toaster, Nikhil, the gamer could be seeing the pits soon, but while Piggy still has a few more laps on the hards. Well, actually none of them pit, but they should be pitting earlier than Piggy. And Ricky is there as well. Certainly still a shot at the podium from
Ja
P5.
pierdolę!
Yeah, can somebody mute
No, kurwa.
Yeah. Kurva, as Ozzy said. My new co-commentator for the day, didn't even know I was working with him, has had his this was his reaction on Jeremy being 7th. As we know, Ozzy and Jeru are great friends, so obviously Ozzy is quite upset that Jeru is not winning this race. As we see the second pit stops for Toaster and Ricky onto the hards for the last stint, and it's an undercut on Nikhil, undercut on Piggy potentially. Could be a good effort for the podium, honestly. We will have to see when Nikhil and Piggy pit, and will they be ahead, will they be behind? The gamer hits the pits, Nikhil hits the pits, and Piggy hits the pits as well. Quite weird. I find it quite weird that Piggy on the hards pits the same time as the others on the mediums, and even now Piggy picked hards, Nikhil picked mediums. Mediums for 11 laps is a bit of a stretch in my opinion, strategy-wise, but Nikhil is away in P2, so if he can capitalize on the pace of the mediums for the next 4 or 5 laps, he should be good to go for P2, and the gamer obviously should be good to go for P1 with his pace. I think nobody is really putting up a big challenge against him right now, just driving pace that in my opinion would stand its ground in UL. Could be pretty decent for a solid top 10 if he drives. Not sure if he drives, but I'm driving, and it's looking very good for the gamer. And I've just seen on the camera somebody with messing up the pit entry or something. Yeah, it was an interesting line there, just maybe murdered into the pit wall or something. I didn't quite catch who it was. Somebody from the midfield, so it probably doesn't matter too much for anybody. As we see, the top 4 order is now the gamer leading by 4.5 seconds to Piggy. Nikhil leading to Piggy, and Toast right behind Piggy. As we can see, Piggy does have the fresher tires. Toast might have lost Piggy as well, so if Piggy drives good pace right now, he might be looking good for a podium here. Our fresh JL champion, and it's really good to see people driving in multiple leagues and being successful. Just seeing them improve their way up the ladder, it's a great sight. As Ricky follows them, P5 Tomatoes, P6 Majumdar and Kozil just pitted for softs from P7. So now it's Cole and Jeru taking it. As far as I know, Jeru and Cole are great friends as well. They love each other on the track. They are always the cleanest against each other, and they never push each other off. So this will probably be a very boring fight here, as we see Jeru trying to make his way around Cola. Doesn't work right, and Cola just pushes off Jeru on the straight, as he usually does. Nice. They are being followed by Axis, our tied pole sitter, who picked the hards on the first stint, didn't really go his way. He was P11 in like 5 corners. And this pack led by Mika, Veloxian, Majumdar, Axis, Kozil, and even Albono in here. Although it's quite a surprise to see Albono in 14th, because last time I checked he was like a race winner or something, and his tires aren't looking too good, so I think Albono isn't having the greatest race of his life either. Maybe he was murdered, maybe in the Kado incident with the leg, but he is still fighting, he's not giving up, which is a respectable thing, obviously. And checking back on the leaders, the gamer is just maintaining the gap to Nikhil. Nikhil is probably focusing behind himself as he does have to do 11 laps on the mediums. He does have to hold off Piggy. Right now he is 3 seconds behind Nikhil, but he could become a threat if Nikhil isn't careful with the worn tires, as Piggy did gap Toaster a bit. And Ricky is just, I think he's been P5 for pretty much the entire race. So, solid performance nevertheless, but I suppose he could have been aiming higher than that. Unfortunate at the start for him as well. So, a lot of people here in CL usually have to do comebacks every race because they get murdered in the first stint. And the difference between CL and UL is nothing. People in UL get killed as well. And UL will be in an hour. Can't wait. As the gamer starts lap 27 soon. On the mediums, just driving alone, even lost a bit of time. Actually lost a full second to Nikhil there. Probably made the mistake, went into the grass, but he can afford to make mistakes at this point. He earned it with the pace he's driven the first 26 laps to make a mistake. And Nikhil, for a second I thought he was getting chased down by Piggy, but that's just Urist lapped. It clearly didn't turn off ghosts. But Piggy is 3 seconds behind Nikhil, so I think Nikhil should be able to take P2 from here. Piggy will be P3, and just look at the gaps in the top 7. Nobody's close to anybody at all. This is what many people would call a boring ass race. And yeah, the first gap I see under a second is Jeru behind Majumdar. Let's show them for a bit. But Jeru does have dead tires right now, so that's also probably going to be out of a second soon. Mika and Kozil fighting for P9 might be the most interesting thing on track right now. And yeah, Kozil into the grass, Mika hits his ass. And switchback. Yeah, honestly. It's the gamer driving the last lap now, so it's almost over. And rounding the last difficult corner, going into the last corner combination there, might have a name or something, but it doesn't care. The gamer wins without breaking a sweat too much, controlled the whole race. Great performance. Nikhil is second. He did close the gap a bit on the gamer, but honestly, I think that was just the gamer chilling a bit there. Piggy is third, Toaster fourth, Ricky Boy, Tomatoes, Jeru 7th. He will not be leading the title going forward from here into the mid-season break, sadly. And then Majumdar, Mika, Kozil, Kola, Albono, actually very close. I think Albono and Aloxian had a photo finish because they are only separated by 500s, but I honestly didn't bother moving my camera there, sadly, so yeah, sorry for that. I hope the recording caught it because it must have been fun. Axis, our pole sitter, shockingly only in 14th after getting murdered just harder than Flix by Rain in Sochi on the first stint, starting on the hards, obviously. Then Zura, Urist, and Kedo, who had to retire from the lead, sadly, due to lag. And I wonder if anybody wants to do interviews here. If anybody wants to do interviews, they should show it.
I can do an interview as an objective viewer.
Somebody mute.
Yo, and Andy. Hello.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hi, Ricky.
Hello.
How do you feel after this race? It was a good effort. I might have been a bit lonely in P5 for most of the race, but the pace was there.
I mean, I love the loneliness. I mean, if I'm with people, I fumble and make mistakes. So being lonely is actually better for me. And actually just P5 today, best finish in in CL 2 in a row. Last race was P6, now P5. So next race can be P4.
Well, that's a very interesting streak
Trust.
you've got there.
But
We
yeah,
are
people
hoping.
actually last race in an interview, the interviewer said to me like, "Do you have trust in moving on like this?" I said no, but I think actually after seeing this, I think I have trust now.
Well, the pace was certainly there. It was solid. Might have been a bit unfortunate at the start, but held on very well at P5. And yes, so now you are going to have a week of rest, I assume, and then go back for 5 more races of getting murdered lap 1. How do you feel about chances of titles, chances of fighting for places in the Drivers' Championship? What are your goals?
Yeah, I mean for CL, I don't think I'll be fighting for the championship. Of course, I have like a 60 points behind. But I guess with the pace, I could fight up maybe to a. Actually, I can say like a top 9, maybe top 8, and of course JL championship. I'm gonna win that.
I see. Well, best of luck on that, and
Yeah.
hope you have more fun in the break than driving in UL.
I'm gonna race UL right now. Well,
Right.
thank you.
Anybody else? Great. Lovely. How about we get Kubo to give an interview?
Hello.
Hey Kubo, how did you feel? How was the CL experience? How was the experience of watching the race compared to, let's say, the other races? Do you think this could go down as one of the best CL races ever, or maybe as one of the most boring races?
Yeah, one of the best backwards. The opposite of the best. Yeah, something like that. Did we just have a CL race? I don't remember seeing one.
It's absolutely garbage, I'd say. Like, come on, nobody was close to anyone by the last lap, so why are we even racing them? Just roll a dice at this point.
Exactly.
And as an expert on tire strategies and whatnot, who do you think had the best strategy today in the feature race?
Shout out Flex leaking the one-time chat.
Could you like leave that to me as well? My DMs are always open, so I'd appreciate that. Thank you, Kubo. So, let's see. Flix, do you want to share your views on the race today?
Yes, it's a good race. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't lie to me, you were playing like Clash Royale the whole race and wasn't even paying attention.
No, I was. It was an interesting one, but I was just kind of zoned out, and now I'm actually. Yeah, I was screen sharing.
I am aware.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a good race. I think it's closer for Nico as he started, cutting down the gap to what's it called, to
The
Dog
gamer.
Gamer.
Yeah, that
So
guy.
yeah, and of course just the whole beef between Jiruni and Cola for some reason.
Oh, that's certainly an amazing storyline that we will have to look forward to in the next 5 races.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't have anything else to say. Yeah, now people, you know what? It's whatever.
Well, thank you everybody for tuning in to CL. This was me, Nandi, with my co-commentator. Oh. Hi, you. So this was me and Andy with my co-commentator Ozzy, who made a great cameo today. And see you in 2 weeks at the next track, which I have no clue what it is. Goodbye.